Hello and welcome to Freedom News, the news you can use to help keep Canada free. You really have to give it to Michelle Rempel. Man, she is so good at her job, and she's going to make one hell of an immigration minister come October. Just watch as she just time after time after time, again and again, really rips into Minister of Nothing, Blair. Oh my, enjoy.
I think maybe we should just cut the baloney. So you are sitting here, Minister, in an invented position with bureaucrats that don't report to you, but nonetheless have the misfortune of working with you. And we are in the final days of a parliament where we've seen your government purposefully go out, and again, regardless of your opinion on the American president, poke the Americans in the eye with hashtag welcome to Canada, then allow 40,000 people to illegally enter the country, and then claim asylum while saying that the Safe Third Country Agreement upholds, but then putting in place a permanent tent city, busing programs into the GTA, spending hundreds of millions of dollars on hotels for people that likely, by your own colleagues' admissions, don't have valid asylum claims. Then you proceeded to vilify any Canadian who said, you know what, maybe people who are in upstate New York don't have the same level of persecution as somebody coming from northern Iraq, and maybe we shouldn't be spending hundreds of millions of dollars on hotels and creating pulls into our system by creating years-long backlogs. You know, you vilified anybody. Your colleague, the Minister of Immigration, the Prime Minister himself, tried to score cheap political points with hashtag welcome to Canada, then un-Canadian questioning, you're racist if you question this, inflamed tensions. You know, you yourself sat here and you blustered, we can't call it illegal. And then you proceeded to spend hundreds of millions of more dollars on this program. You ramped up the rhetoric until we got close to an election. And then all of a sudden we have Division 16 in the Budget Implementation Act, measures that have been routinely panned by virtually every immigration professional in Canada, not likely to uphold any sort of court challenge whatsoever. And frankly, people will testify during these hearings that are likely to have even more of an administrative backlog and burden on the system. You then proceeded, and your colleague did, to blame the situation on Stephen Harper, which, good on you. You've got to do what you've got to do as being paid to be a communicator. But the reality is that you've inherited a 10,000 case backlog, which of course was brought down after a massive backlog. This is the IRB after a previous Liberal government. And we're now at 71,000 case backlog, according to the Auditor General today. A 71,000 case backlog at the IRB. You said that the system is fast. So fast is 5 years plus to have a refugee claim hearing. You also added to the backlog by lifting the visa requirement on Mexico when your government had not done a formal review of the system. We're now seeing, I believe in the last 2 months, it was over 1,500, I think, claims from Mexico. We know that the determination rate of those claims of validity will be about 22%. The average caseload right now, or the average level is about 55%. So we know that many of these are bogus claims. So your government, one could argue, has managed the asylum system when I believe that we should have a strong asylum system. We should be allowing people into the country who have legitimate needs of persecutions, but you've managed this like it's this joke for votes. Fast, come on. Really? Stephen Harper's fault? After you've got, when we form government in October, we're gonna have to clean up a 120,000 case backlog left by you. And now, at the end of the dying days of this parliament, all of a sudden when you see polling that your mismanagement of this is somehow unpopular because people are going, this isn't fair, all of a sudden now you throw something into an omnibus budget bill, which, I had a colleague on this committee had to fight to get it parsed out to review here. We only had one piece of legislation come through this committee in the entirety of this parliament, and it's not even going to work. And it's probably illegal and unconstitutional. You haven't even picked up the phone to the Americans Like literally, your department sat here and we asked them, when are you going, has the government given you any direction to implement closing the loopholes in the Safe Third Country Agreement? The answer, just, Minister, in case you weren't briefed, was nope. That's because you guys didn't even pick the phone up. You're like, well, I don't know if the Americans can do it. You didn't even pick up the phone and go, hey, we have a problem here. Maybe we should deal with this. No, you had your foreign affairs minister go sit on a stage in the middle of a trade negotiation with the American president, again, regardless of how you feel about it, compared to Bashar al-Assad and the North Korean dictator. Maybe not the best thing to do in the middle of a trade agreement while you're trying to negotiate asylum system reform. Like, this is incompetence. Like, I don't even, I've seen a lot of incompetence, but this is incompetence that has a human face, because the hundreds of millions of dollars that you've spent on the baloney that you're peddling is costing Canadian taxpayers. It's costing people who are trying to come into this country legally, because you're rediverting resources or redirecting resources to people who are abusing our system, and you're raising taxes on Canadians. Like, this is not how to manage an immigration system. And then the government, to add insult to injury, hires you. They hire you to be a communicator on the file. You don't have authority over any of these bureaucrats. You don't have the ability to bring a memorandum to cabinet or instruct the RCMP on this sort of thing. You're a glorified mouthpiece for the Prime Minister on this stuff. It's just, this has real implications that you guys have bungled so badly, that it's embarrassing. And you should be held to account in the fall for it. And we're just tired of it. This is a sham. This is a joke. So my question to you is this. Are you comfortable with your personal legacy? You've had a long career, Minister, breaking Canada's immigration system for you and the Liberal Party's political gain.
Thank you very much for the question. I'm very comfortable. The job I was given included taking steps to more efficiently and effectively manage the issue of irregular migration. And as I've already advised this committee,
I guess I'll take that as a yes, and I hope voters hold you account to that.
If you don't want the rest of the answer, Ms. Rempel, I'll defer to the chair.
I don't know.
You have about 25 seconds.
I just think the answer to that is yes. And I feel bad for you, Bill. I really do. I do. So I wish you the best after October. Thank you. I'm done.
Ms. Kwan?
Well, that's all I have for today. Like if you like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe. And remember, working together, we can help keep Canada free. Thank you, and have a good day.